Hi, I'm Jasmine, the sequel, and I am not relatable. A special thank you to my patrons, Wild Rose, Lauren Chris, That British Unicorn, Jam Beans, Debbie Elliott, and D. Higgins. So today I'm talking about a YouTuber that does predominantly mukbangs, and I know what you're thinking. Is it Chantel? Is it Amberlynn? It is not. It is a creator by the name of Pink Fairy. I've actually not seen a lot of her content overall, but she comes up in my recommendeds a lot. I think that's because there's a little bit of that train wreck aspect that's associated with her as well. She is an obese creator, and I've seen her try to, lose some weight. I've seen her try and work on her health. And I don't think she's problematic the way that Amberlynn or Chantel are. So I think maybe that's the reason why she doesn't trend quite as much as they do. That being said, her eating is maybe not the best. I've actually seen one video of her in particular in the past where she talks about what an obese woman really eats in a day. And that one was mostly very hard to see. It made me really sad for her. It made me really kind of confront the way that I also tend to eat sometimes. And I guess it held a mirror up to my problematic eating patterns in a way that I wasn't comfortable or ready to see. So I didn't enjoy that. But that said, a little while ago, another video popped up on my recommendeds, and it was trying to do better, basically. And I thought I would give it a go. Now, I watched the video, and she doesn't really do a full what I eat in a day that day. So I took that, and I took another video that was filmed around the same time to try and get a better picture of what she's eating and try and present that to you guys.
Hey everyone, happy Sunday. Sunday fun day. Swimming, hot. Feels like 100, about 95. So yeah, it's pretty hot. So this is what I got for my lunch. Which you guys just seen in the other video, I made it, but I'm eating it now. That's what we're eating. And then I'm going to get back in the pool. Because the pool is nice and warm and it's hot out.
So the first breakfast that she has, it's like a sausage, potato, and broccoli thing. Looks like a hash maybe. She says she made this in a video. I tried to look really quickly to see if I could find the video to see what goes into it, but I could not. What I can probably guess is that it's maybe a little bit higher in sodium. Most sausages that are made have a higher salt content to them. I've made sausage in the past. Trust me, there's a lot of salt that goes into them, and I think that's like part of the curing. Delicious, of course, but something to keep in mind when you're eating a lot of it. This looks like a perfectly fine meal to me. She's got some carb coming from the potato, protein and fat from the sausage, and then the broccoli as well is going to provide her with some much needed fiber. So this all in all looks pretty good. You can always, of course, like I said, toss in a little bit more veggie in there. You could even up the protein a little bit more and add some eggs in there because the sausage is a lot of fat but doesn't necessarily mean it's a lot of protein. And eggs are just a really good way to get some protein in. Tofu would be another great way to add a lot of protein in there, and it can absorb a lot of that flavor from the sausage as well. Tofu is very bland, so if you're pairing it with like a very flavorful food, it generally works out pretty well.
This is what my cheeseburger turned out to be. Double cheeseburger. Look at all that cheese. Yummy. With some tater tots. Okay guys, let's eat. And have a little chat. Don't forget your napkin. Or your wipe down. Got me some peaches too. We all have some peaches.
So lunch is this, what looks like chicken burgers to me. She's got cheese on there. So she's getting a lot of that fat from the cheese. She's getting protein from the cheese as well, along with the chicken patties in there. And those look like bread thins and they look whole wheat. So that's fantastic. All those things look great. This is severely lacking in any kind of vegetable though. I mean, it's a burger. Get creative with it. Toss some, caramelized onions, some mushrooms in there, a little lettuce, a little tomatoes, some delicious, artisanal pickles. Talk to our girl Chantel about that, I think that you could really, really amp up the veggie factor in this, and it would really once more help with satiety. You could toss a little side salad together, maybe like a Greek style with red onions and olives for that healthy fat and some, feta cheese on it, or even goat cheese works well, in my opinion. Greeks, please don't come for me, I'm sorry. But, you could have a salad like that on the side. It would once more add a lot of fiber, a lot of micronutrients to your meal overall, and help with the long-term satiation of that meal. We don't know what she ate this day for dinner. I know she said she made a cake, but she didn't say if she ate any of it, how much of it she ate. It is a box cake mix, so it's pretty high in sugar. It's pretty high in refined carbs. There's literally nothing in there. It's just basically all sugars in various forms. So, but we don't know what she ate or how much of it she ate. So I'm going to reserve judgment on that. But this is the reason why I decided to cover another video of hers as well. Normally I don't do multiple videos. I just do I cover one day that they ate the way that they did, because I'm not a dietitian who can review somebody's entire inventory of food. I just like to give my opinions on how to make each individual meal more complete. But given that we didn't get even a full day of this, I thought, let me cover another video.
Let's go in. We had pancakes and sausage this morning.
So she doesn't show us what she had for breakfast, but she does mention that she had sausage and she had pancakes. Nothing wrong with that. I think that sounds delicious. What I would say is maybe have a little fruit in there. Fruit is fantastic on top of pancakes, especially, I think. So maybe some raspberries. Raspberries, by the way, very, very high in antioxidants, but they're also extremely high in fiber. I think they've got 8 grams per serving, so they can really help with that satiation factor. They also add a little bit of delicious tanginess to pancakes, which I think can be overwhelmingly sweet. And I mean, I don't know how many times I'm going to say this in my entire life. I don't particularly like very sweet foods. So for me, adding a little bit of berry to a predominantly sweet meal can make a huge difference. You can also add a little bit of veggie to this. So, maybe serve it with, like I said, scramble. I love any kind of scramble. Tofu scramble, egg scramble. I think they're fantastic. You could maybe also try making a savory pancake. I've tried this before in the past where I made a savory pancake with cheese in it and some veggies in it, and I paired it on top with an herb butter sauce, and that was also really delicious. You could top it with a fried egg. Fantastic. Mix it up. There's nothing wrong with trying something that sounds unusual. It could be very good, and who knows, worse come worse, no one will know that you effed up your dish. It's just you and the frying pan, baby. Give it all you got. Okay, so I filmed this video well before I ever actually decided to do a giveaway. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm making this nonsense up as I go. So that's why there's no video for this. Anyway, the question, I need a question, a good question, an interesting question. It can't be a generic, boring one. Okay, I've got one. If you could pick any work of art and modify it, which work of art would it be and how would you modify it? That will be the question. Leave your answers down below. I will pick one person who's answered and they will get a prize. I don't know what that prize is yet because, like I said, making this up as I go, but it will be something nice, hopefully. Okay, bye.
Okay, guys, we're having a little lunch. We're having some chips and dip. Tim and Haley over there. I'm having a diet caffeine-free cola too. And, did I say? Yeah, chips and dip. And then we're having this plate of berries, too. Cotton candy grapes, blueberries, and strawberries. That's our lunch.
Lunch here is pretty light. It's just chips and dip plus some berries. This is a snack. This is not really a meal. But since I've said often that snacks are basically just glorified meals anyway, I don't think there's anything particularly wrong in this. I personally feel that she can add a little bit to this. She can add, maybe some cubed up cheese to this. That would really help with both getting some healthy fat in there and getting in some, protein in there. Maybe add a little bit of nuts to this. I just think it's lacking a little bit in protein. I also think, I don't know what's in the dip exactly, but it could also be lacking in healthy fats. So make it like a charcuterie board maybe, so you've got those fruits. You can have the chip and the dip, but then also have some smoked meats, some nuts, some dried fruits, some olives would be great. So I just think maybe make it a little bit more satiating if possible.
Right along with my fancy. Yes, yes, yes. So this is my... Excuse me. I just made spaghetti with some 2 kinds of cheese, Parmesan and mozzarella, breadsticks, and that's it. And meat sauce. I was going to do meatballs, and then I was like, nah. Then I was going to do spaghetti bake. Then I was like, nah. So this is what I'm having. So thank you all so much for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Love you, and share.
And dinner number 2 here is pasta. So she's got meat sauce and ricotta in there. Both of those will have a lot of protein in it. And she's got, you know, carbs coming from the pasta that she's used. I hope it's a whole wheat pasta that will really have a lot more fiber to it. But where is the veggie in this? There's no vegetables in this. And I think she could add so many different types of vegetables to make this delicious. Something as simple as peas and carrots, and a side salad to maybe grilling up some zucchini, or you could do some oven roasted broccoli. You could do some oven roasted Brussels sprouts, some oven roasted asparagus. There's a bunch that you could pair with this, and I think it would be delicious. There's nothing wrong with just having pasta and cheese and having meat in there, and I honestly would say it would be a perfectly fine meal. But from the 2 days that I have seen, it seems to me that Pink Fairy doesn't really seem to eat a lot of vegetables, and that can lead to a lot of nutritional deficiencies, especially because, once more, she's made no mention of, you know, taking any kind of supplements and stuff like that to add a lot of those micronutrients back into her diet. She seems to do well on fat, and she does well on like fiber, and even protein for the most part. But a lot of those nutritionally dense, low-calorie foods like fruits and vegetables are missing from her diet. And I think that in her journey to lose weight and eat healthier, I think incorporating those will be the key, just to make sure that she is eating a balance of everything. I don't mean to, you don't have to make it too stressful on yourself. Maybe just start with having a bagged salad. That can take a lot of the stress out of it. Once you get a little bit more comfortable with it, you feel more confident with vegetables, you can start, adding things to that bagged salad. Make that bagged salad delicious, make it more nutritious by adding different components to it, like adding additional vegetables to it, by adding hot vegetables to it. I do that a lot, where I will buy a bagged salad and then I'll top it with roasted veggies. And I think that can really help too. And eventually, maybe you'll even try and make your own just pure veggie dishes at home, maybe, I don't know, get real fancy with it, make some ratatouille. That's all I'm saying. There is nothing wrong with just choosing to have meat and pasta. But when you are not eating anything else in the rest of the day, it can become a little problematic, especially if it's a repeating theme. That will be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you hated it, you can give me a thumbs down. That's totally acceptable. I agree with everybody's opinions here. I respect everybody's opinions here. If you don't like me, that's totally cool. Not everyone has to like me. Leave me a comment down below if there's something you'd like me to really, really know. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Hit the notification bell down below if you'd like to know when I upload any video. I've got my social medias linked down below. I've got Twitter, where I'm honestly a little bit toxic, a little bit petty. And, every once in a while I throw out some of my own opinions and channel updates. So if you want that kind of content, that's where you can find it. I'm also the easiest reachable on that. So if you guys want to talk to me, that's where you can do it. I've also got my Instagram, which is where I put up all my recipes. I put up all my food and kind of what I'm doing on my day-to-day life. Right now I don't go anywhere or do anything, so that's a little bit lacking. But hey, that's where you can find that kind of information if you want. I will say I am a pretty decent cook. So, if you want a recipe or two, I would go there. I've also got Patreon. Think of Patreon as the tip jar for the internet. So if you like the job that I'm doing here and you would like me to continue, you can throw a few coins in my direction on that website. I have a bunch of different rewards you can win for being one of my patrons. And, you can find all that information in that link as well. And all of your funds will go directly towards buying me more sweaters. Guys, look at this. Look at how fuzzy and cuddly. I am so cuddly in this sweater. You guys don't even know. It's the best. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Jasmine, the sequel, and I am not relatable. Peace.